A little bit nervous. I'm trying out some new stuff tonight, so I'm not really sure how it's going to go. You know how it is when you're on drugs for the first time. Oh, I should say hello to our special guests, the Muppets.
He's getting it from all sides tonight.
Good. Well, a little bit tired. I didn't get much sleep last night. I didn't get to sleep till 4 o'clock, so, you know, well, that's a guess. How can anyone know what time they went to sleep? How can you say that? How can you say, oh, I didn't get this? What, do you stare at the alarm clock? Feel you doze off and then wake up and make a note of what time it was? It's one of these things people say, isn't it, without thinking. Like, I can't read my own handwriting. Well, and how do you know it's your handwriting? I didn't get a lot of sleep. A neighbour of mine has fitted a car alarm. Great idea. I don't know about you. I'd like to know if someone's walking past my car. It was of an extra paranoid car alarm. Every 20 minutes, all through the night. We're all running out in our dressing gowns. What is it? It's blow water. I didn't know. Look at it. Horrible. And then he wakes me up, 8 o'clock in the morning. He said, I'm going out to Halfords. Anything you want me to get? Oh yeah, I've got a list in my pyjama pocket here. I actually worked out a technique of keeping the house next door quiet. People have moved out and I'm going to keep it quiet now. You know what I do? Every time an estate agent shows people that house next door, what I do is I grab myself a hand, he takes me out, he shows me out into the garden, and I go out into my garden, I just wait. When you get closer, just pick up a nice big handful of dirt and grab one and nothing, shit and stuff like that. And they're looking around the garden, and suddenly I just step out and lob it. I'm your neighbour. Got children, have you? Nice and quiet next door, like I said. Well, I was playing Scrabble last night. I don't play with letters, I play with numbers. Less arguing that way. 112 is not a number, yeah, it's 112. When I was very, very, very small, I used to play Subbuteo. I used to play in goal. I get something straight. I want to say something about Subbuteo. Subbuteo is shit. Someone had the idea, I will invent a game that is exactly like football. So why didn't he? Unless, you know, that. There's any relevance to the name we know and love. I don't think. Did you ever see Paul Gascoigne coming out onto the pitch going, oh. Let me get the right fucking limb, try again, you know? I had an action man, I hated my, I was jealous of my action man. He had all the gear, didn't he? He had everything. He had a little outfit for everything. I hate people like that. He had a marine outfit, a soldier's outfit, a little diving outfit. You know, I used to dress him up in his hardest looking gear, SAS, guns and everything, right? And make him stand like this for a month. Not so hard now, are you? Don't stare at me. This is a beautiful room, I have to say. It's lovely to be in Leeds. Next week I'm going to Newcastle, if any of it's still left. No, this is a beautiful room. I mean, look, you can... See, I don't get to do theatres like this very often. It's a bit of a treat for me. I do colleges and universities most of the year round, and they can be rough. They're not as nice. I was at the, a couple of weeks ago, I was at the Orkney Faculty of Witchcraft and Buggeration. What a weird fucking gig that was. You know, the theatre caught fire, everyone took their clothes off and danced around it. Well, island people, you don't understand our ways. Fucking right, I don't know. Oh, you know they're trying to pass a law to make it illegal to smack your children. Well, how are you going to do this? You're going to have a deadline, a last final day? You smack your children no matter what they've done? Right. 15 more minutes. Come here, son. Oh, nothing really. 10 more minutes. There'll be kids everywhere going, you wait, you bastard. Straight a big night. I'll shit in your slippers, you'll be are going to get people of England to stop smacking their... It should be nice to stop fucking them, first of all, wouldn't it? Let's face it, that would be a good start, I think. You know, I'd settle for that right away. A few people up there not too happy with that. Maybe a coach party from Cleveland. I wasn't told. Anyway, why do parents always take their children to supermarkets to smack them? This is something I've noticed a couple of times. I was in Tesco's the other day, I'm doing a little bit of shopping, minding my own business. 4-year-old is with his mum, he's in the trolley, he's being pushed around in the trolley by his mum. Now his mum's not looking, he sees something he wants, he says, I love that, I will never did before, no, I like that, my dog will have it, I am. And his mum says, no, you put that back or I'll smack you. No, I want them in mine. You know, it's a packet of tampons or something. Let him learn the hard way, this is what I say, you know, the incredible expanding sweetie. You put them back, I don't like it as much as I thought. We always used to do that. I mean, I used to go shopping with my mum, and I know what that's like. We've all done that trick of putting something in the trolley when she's not looking. Now, I knew that wasn't allowed, yeah? Yeah, if I get smarted or something. I knew that wasn't allowed. I knew that was naughty, but she never hit me for it, for Christ's sake. She'd never used violence against me. She'd use it as an opportunity to teach me. She'd say, now listen, Jack, you're 29 years old. I just think it's time you weren't sitting in the trolley anymore. When I was in Dixon's the other day, I'm looking around, minding my own business, right? Salesman comes up to me, very pushy young man, comes up, you know, like that. So I get up, anyway, he said, why don't you buy yourself a compact disc player? So I was like, no, for one, a record player. I said, there was no comparison. You get a CD, you get the feeling the band is actually in the room with you. It's quite incredible. I like the Pogues, I don't want them in my house. Why don't we get the Pogues on CD for Christ, so we get bad breath coming out of the speaker? There's a vomit button there on the old hypo. Oh, good, yeah, that's good. Yeah, oh, I feel like I'm there. What could be worse than a machine in your house that makes you think you're somewhere else? You put on a live album, you're there, you're at a rock festival. You don't have to, what do you go? Going to queue for 3 quarters now to get a warm can of Coke out of your own kitchen or something. Maybe you can put the album cover down the bottom of your garden and pretend you can see fine, you know. And take a piss behind the settee, you know. Come on, still over here, no one's seen this yet. Speaking of music, who is this karaoke bastard? I've been at 3 of his gigs so far, he hasn't been at one of them. It's hot in here, isn't it? It's very warm. My dad would love this place, he would. He's obsessed with central heating. And it's evident that this has got good central heating going. Anyone like Dad like that? For a long time I thought his hobby was testing radiators. Walk straight past you, up to the radiator and go... And something weird would happen. He synchronises his watch with the radiator. And what kind of sad fucker social life do you have to have? And then he goes, have you been playing with this? Oh yeah, Dad, it was me. Have to confess, had some friends around, we watched television, and you know how it is. They just couldn't stay off the radiator much longer. And now I have my own place. First thing he does, he comes round, he tests my radiator. It's sad. I can't watch it. I'm pretending not to look. And he's doing it secretly. And he gets really wound up because my radiator is better than his. It's important to him, this. And so he starts asking me little questions which he knows I can't answer, so he feels like he's my dad again. I'm the little boy. He goes, so what kind of boiler have you got? Don't know, Dad. Oh, you don't know what. Say the joists under your floorboard, which way do they run? That way or that way? Quick, I'll take one. The car of yours, that car of yours, what kind of mileage do you get out of it? So the needle goes down and I feel it up again. Well, the soil in your garden, is it very acid or not? I don't know, I haven't fucking tasted it yet, have I? That's my dad, Radiator Man, I call him. Except on Sundays, of course, he is Bonfire Man. That's something interesting. You watch a man with a bonfire on their own plot of land. Something deep in the loins is stirred when a man has a bonfire on it. First thing he'll do, he takes a stick, he arms himself. My bonfire. Just please, with bonfire. No put leaves on bonfire, big smoke be seen from many miles. It's sad, I just leave him to, yeah, okay, I'll see you later, Dad, it's alright. His arms have grown 8-9 inches. So, came up by car, stopped at a motorway service station, right? And I noticed something, I hadn't noticed something before. These places have amusement arcades, right? And some of the games are driving games. And people are using them. So obviously they're driving along and they're thinking, oh, I'm getting a bit tired now. I think I'll pull in at the next one, I think that'd be sensible. So they pull in, spend half an hour and bugger off on the motorway again. Well, seems to me, if that's what relaxes you, why not just keep driving? Right? Every 4 or 5 miles, throw 50p out the window. We're getting tired again, goes my wallet. Oh, yes. The time we had black boxes in cars, you find out what causes these accidents. Play back those last few moments before the accident, find out what really happens. Reduce speed now. I think I know when to apply my brakes and when to... Fog warning. Oh, well, of course, I come from Cambridge, I'll tell you a thing or two about that. Oh, give it to me, I know where Radio 1 is. Will you stop messing around? Mom, Dad, I want to be a woman. So anyway, I was on the train, okay? I'm on the train, I went out to Edinburgh on the train, right? You know that feeling on a train, you stop at a station, you get the feeling it's still moving very, very slightly. That's how fast they went the whole fucking way. At one point, right, the driver gets out, dresses up as a tree, and runs along the side of the train. Just to make us think something was happening. Oh, he was making noises. Oh, it was sad. At one point, he was on the roof of the train with a tea towel hanging over the window, going, "There's a tunnel this little bit." Calm down, it doesn't matter that much. But the thing is, you get on the train, they start apologising before you've gone anywhere. British Rail. You haven't been 3 sleepers down the line. British Rail would like to apologise for everything. Sorry about the ozone layer, we're sorry about the war, that's our fault as well. The guard comes up, takes my ticket. I said, well, you're going to punch it or not? He said, no, I just want to see where we're going, really. The buffet car is situated towards the front of the train and is closed. Oh, thank you for telling me that, that's good. Can I ask why it's closed? Well, yeah, the crew had to get out at Doncaster. Aren't you going to Edinburgh? Is there any reason for that? Well, yeah, they live in Doncaster. Oh, silly me. Sure, I didn't know. I maybe got out and driven them back to their place, maybe got a fucking cup of tea there. One time I go out and I can't get a cup of tea, oh, we run out of boiling water. Yeah, boiling water, that big mystery ingredient. So easy to fuck up on that, isn't it? The number of times I've been making a cup of tea for a friend and I've got the milk, I've got the sugar lump, I've got my tea bag, well, I've forgotten no fucking water. Sorry mate, I haven't got a kettle, I thought I did and I haven't. Sorry. It's just the incompetence of it. And I go to bar, I walk into a bar the other day and I had a drink, a Coke, and I asked for ice. And the barman looks at me like I'd asked him to hang his cock in my drink. Yeah, ice. It's just, I bet you, if you're in America, I've seen some films. You ask for ice. They give you a bucket of ice. Well, no, sure, give me a ice. They give you a bucket, and they get a can of Coke out of the fridge, and the Coke dances. You feel good just looking at it. You asked for ice here. Ice. You know those 2 ice cubes we had at the beginning of the evening? Have we still got one? They come back with an ice cube on a teaspoon. And you know this little pissy little slinking razor blade of ice in the top of your warm goblet of Coca-Cola. You know, I stop at a bed and breakfast. I go into bed and breakfast. Okay, it was late. I arrived late. 12 o'clock at night. It was late. And the guy said, oh, there'll be no one here in the morning, but you can have some cornflakes now if you want. I thought this was a bed and breakfast. Oh, it is, just not in that order, you know. It's the incompetence. We put up with it every single day of our life. You know, the other day, I ring the plumber, okay? I ring the plumber. Little leak under the little stopcock which he fitted a couple of weeks ago, and it starts to leak. You know? So I ring him up. I said, hi, I've got a leak. And he goes, well, what kind of leak? Oh, you know, a green one, that kind of thing. You know, I thought, I mean, nice with cheese sauce. I thought maybe you and your wife would like to come round for dinner. He says in this advert, you're a 24-hour plumber, you must get hungry. Come round. Have a night off. I finally worked out why he does all his work with his arse hanging out of his jeans. So you can hear it more clearly when he's talking about plumbing. That is why. What would happen if all our emergency services were like that? What would happen then? You know? Well, what kind of fire? You know, orange, very hot fires when it's people jumping, that kind of thing. Then of course they'd turn up, wouldn't they? Take one look and say, yeah, I'm going to need a hose for that, you see. Yeah, unlucky really, because normally I'd have one on a van, but yeah, it being bank holiday and I mean, I'm joking, but the reality is even more scary. I read in the press the other day, a woman rang up 999, asks for the police, gets put through to an answer phone. Oh, I thought, that's a great way to start your week at work, isn't it? Play back the messages on the answer phone. I don't leave an address, so I don't leave a phone number. I got duped the other day. I got duped into going into a craft fair, for which I had to pay 20p. So I thought, 20p is bound to be good, isn't it? Look around the best shops in the world for nothing, 20p is really going to be something else. So I go in there, I pay my 20p, here's your 20p, 40p, I don't care. Well, I get a room 2 times the size of this, with trestle tables, people standing behind these trestle tables with things they've made. Things they've made. I'm brought along with them. Well, this woman, she's made fountain pens. All different types of fountain pens, she's made them. She said, very old-fashioned, this sort, you can't get them anymore. They're the old dip and scratch type, you can't make them myself because you can't get them. I know you can't, no one fucking wants them, that's why. Look, big biro, okay, we moved on. Look, let me just write that on your forehead, really. Next to her, a nightmare of a man. A nightmare of a man. You know what he does? You know what this man makes? You know what his thing is? Makes pictures out of old clock parts. Well, I mean, why? Why? Not a word of explanation here. Well, I'm just interested in the train of thought that brought him to making that first one. So that's the crucial one. This is a regular man who worked at a high street jeweller's for 25 years. One morning, someone comes in, good morning, that watch I brought in, have you fixed it for me? The failed mystic hippie spent 2 years in India looking for himself. Actually did find himself, forgot to exchange addresses and has since lost contact. Anyway, he had these little terracotta flutes. Have you seen these little terracotta flutes? Little earthenware things, little bulbous shaped things. He's blowing into them. You know, frankly, a random tuneless nonsense. It's like being seen with a tortoise or something. It goes through an account. They're very, very easy to learn. Yes, they're easy to break as well. You have the usual smug bastard there with a spinning wheel. Oh, he never misses us half there. This man. Ever seen him with his pipe in him? See, this is how it's done. You see? I can do it, can't I? I can certainly do it, can't I? I've got the knack, haven't I? Yes, you can do it, you can do it. You know what? Everyone in this room could do it as well. We just don't fucking want to. The seashell wizard was there. The seashell wizard. This is a man who has spent the last years of his life taking ordinary household objects, like say a bottle or a cup, a jumbo-sized box of matches, and gluing little seashells on it. And so transforming it into something super. Obviously someone was round his place one night and said, you know what, Sam, you know what? I reckon you could sell these. And no one has been kind enough to come up and say, you know what, Sam, Sam, put it down a minute, I'm talking. Sam, these are crap, okay? I like you, these are stop doing it, you're grown up. Wickerwork. How did this bastard do with wickerwork? He had a stall of, he'd been busy. He'd been in the wicker. He had a wickerwork jumper on his thing. Wickerwork. Everything on his stall is wickerwork. Everything in your house he has a wickerwork something or other for it. Had little wickerwork glasses on it. Wickerwork contact lenses. Everything. I'm sorry, but wickerwork, we don't need it anymore. Wickerwork was only kept on to keep the criminally insane busy. That's it. And at no point was it meant to leak onto the market, because when one basket is finished, you say, that's very nice, give it to me, I'll take it now. Give it to me. Take it into the next paddy sells it, mate, unravel that, go on. I mean, yeah, I'm not sympathetic towards this stuff. It's a mental block I have, I'm sorry, it's a childhood thing. I can't enjoy this homemade thing. And I think what it is it goes back to my childhood when I had an aunt who made jumpers for me, right? Every Christmas I would get that squidgy packet. And I'd be thinking, I wonder what that can be. I'll get another jumper. And around March, April, she'd ring me up and ask me, what kind of jumper do you want next Christmas? One that looks like you bought it, okay? You khaki-fingered old bitch. If it has to be a cardigan, can it be one that I could wear without being beaten up? Is that possible? One where the buttons go through the holes, could it be like that? One, if it's a crew neck, can it be one I could take off without removing skin from my face? And if it's a V-neck, can it be one with a V in the centre of my fucking chest, okay? You want it there, I want it in the centre of my fucking chest. Got that one in your magazine, have you? That's what she had. She had a magazine around her place, right? No. She had it around her place, right? She had magazines, right? She had piles of... She had piles. That's what they're knitting in. There were piles that sit on the toilet for fucking 3 hours. She had these... And they're full of models posing around in jumpers. And they're all standing around leaning on something. When you stand like that, the V is there. That's the thing. She's just doing it from pictures. She doesn't know. They never wear their stuff, do they? They never wear their own stuff. Oh no, send it off. Send it to someone. Send it to a nephew, a niece, a grandson. Never wear their own shit. There's something about the wool. You can tell the home knit 8 miles down the road. It glows. There's something. I think they go into a wool shop and they say, "Hello. Have you got any of that nice wool they make all the jumpers with at Marks and Spencer's?" No. Oh well, give me 8 tons of that usual itchy shit you give me. You give me one with a fleck on it, I'll take that one. Fleck on it. That's how it happens. No, one Christmas, right? One Christmas. All I wanted for Christmas was a sweet puppet. You know Sweet, remember Sweet? Just Sooty and Sweet. Right? Well, I like Sweet very, very much. And I don't like Sooty. I wasn't so keen on Sooty. I fucking hated Sooty, actually. I don't like people who whisper all the time. You know, I don't know. You've got something to say, come out and say it. That's what I mean. But I liked Sweet. And there was, for $2.99, had a little squeaker in it. It was the business. It was absolutely what I wanted. Now, my aunt finds out. I don't know how she found out. With an antenna in her head or something. She rings my mum. Oh no, don't buy one. No, don't buy it, no. I'll make it for him. You know what I ended up with that Christmas? What I can at best describe, an ill-fitting mitten with ears on it. Thanks, that's really great, yeah, thank you, Auntie, thank you for that. You really did it well then, didn't you? If I get enough wool, you can knit me a bike next year. That would be great. Well, I have to leave you. My time has run out. You're a great audience, you really are. I wouldn't get anything like this where I come from. I live in a place called Sodding Typical, and oh no, I mean, my local the other day had a pub quiz. I joined in, first question, what are you fucking looking at? Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the show. Good night.